finna get your ass the game, man. You know I break it down. Come on, man, you know it's Bain.
All right, yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bain Break It Down Forex. It's your boy Big Bain in this thing. You guys guessed it, another week, another opportunity for us to make some money in the Forex market. All right, so let's get right to it. Boom, over on the dollar, guys. Before everything, let me mention that everyone should know by now about what's going on with Trump and Iran, right? They're talking, war, but if you know anything about anything, it's about the resources, and it's a strategic, game that they're playing, right, to take control over the resources. All right, so it's not about war, it's about resources. And knowing that this is going to be one of those weeks that the market reflects those things. All right, so right off the bat, everyone needs to be looking at buying gold, silver, and oil. They are absolutely going to do insane numbers and turn a small account to a pretty nice account within 7 days, 5 days. All right, so just get ready for the roller coaster. All right, I told you right out the gate, it's just up to you to take advantage. All right, but to the dollar, guys, and for that fact, the dollar is going to tank, absolutely tank. All right, so we've been consolidating all last week, right? This was the pullback that we should have gotten up to some area of supply. We can't see it from the weekly here, but if we look at it from like a 4-hour time frame, right there, you can see right our break, our low, our retracement to where we should have tapped into supply and then drop, right? So price did not do that, right? Consolidated for a good bit without giving us the manipulation so far, right? Maybe it'll happen when the week opens, right? That is a possibility, but ultimately we're going to see the dollar completely tank because they are the aggressor in this situation, right? They did the striking. So look for dollar to absolutely tank. All right, there's no other way to put it. I am bearish on the dollar, ladies and gents. All right, moving over to the JPY. All right, JPY is like gold and silver, right? It is a safe haven asset, all right, or currency, right? And when there's economic turmoil, right, investors will start purchasing the yen, right? And we're at this level of demand. We rejected it nicely last week, and now we're heading to continue the bullish momentum that the JPY has given us. So I highly expect the JPY to rise. I even believe that we'll probably gap up above Friday's high during the market open on Sunday and then just take off for the rest of the week. All right, but I am bullish on JPY. Also, the pairs that are related to the JPY, your GJs, your UJs, right, all your Js, they are going to absolutely tank. All right, UJ will completely drop. All right, but GJ is also another one. EJ, CHF JPY, CAD JPY, AJ, NZD JPY, they're all going to drop. So you need to be looking for your selling opportunity on these pairs, guys, as the JPY pairs do a lot of pips, all right, on each and every last one of them. And again, if you got a good lot, you can make a good guap. All right, so look out for yourselves on those. All right, moving over to dollar, because I see the dollar dropping, I see the dollar rising. All right, so I'll expect a big push above this resistance level and just getting to wherever it decides to go once the market opens. All right, bullish on the odd dollar. Again, when gold rises, the odd usually rises or strengthens, and vice versa, right? They are a place that has a lot of gold, pretty much, right? Them in Canada, I believe. So whenever there's something going on where gold is most likely going to rise, you guys can expect the odd pairs to be strong. All right, so bullish on odd dollar. All right, euro dollar, I am bullish, simple as that. All right, my team Ben bought it. It consolidated for a bit, but we just got into profit on Friday, and I expect us to hit TP in no time as we get through the week. All right, bullish on EU. All right, over to pound dollar, same thing. I am bullish. Has the best setup, right, in terms of how structure has pulled back to this level of demand. Possible there'll be a deeper sweep right into the middle of demand before we take off, but ultimately we're definitely going to have a major rise on GU. So you got 300 and some odd pips available on this trade, guys. Take advantage. I'm bullish. All right, over to New Zealand dollar, same exact thing. My team bought it over last week, right? Did a little dance, but now we ended Friday in profit, and I expect us to hit TP easily this week. All right, bullish on New Zealand dollar. Over to dollar CAD, and like I mentioned, the dollar is going to fall, so dollar base pairs will absolutely tank as well, right? So I'm short on dollar CAD, right? And it's already given us a nice break of structure here. Right, so get this in where you guys can see, right? So here we had a nice little trend line break, right? We broke a low right here, and then we ended up lower. So we're just going to complete the retracement possibly to this level of supply. Okay, and then right from there, guys, we're going to get a major drop on dollar CAD. It's going to go well beyond where I'm aiming for. Let's see if we can get to a higher time frame and see what we got when we look left. All right, so I could see well, you know, I won't go all the way here, but this is that major swing point that we see. But I definitely see dollar CAD getting to at least this level here. All right, so doing a quick measurement on that from where price currently is, we're looking at 500 and some odd pips. All right, guys, again, on a standard lot you can make 5 bands, right? So make a play, and it doesn't cost a lot to get into dollar CAD. All right, so that standard lot may cost you about 200 bucks. All right, and that's what you can risk in order to make about 5 bands. All right, just throwing it out there, right? You guys might want to take advantage of everything that we got going on politically and economically, right, to, you know, position yourself to make it back. All right, bearish on dollar CAD. Dollar CHF, the exact same thing. It's the one that moves more like the dollar, right? And you can see, looks just how the dollar looks for the most part, breaking the lows, all the retracements. But Friday we ended with a nice bearish engulfing candle to Thursday's candle. All right, so with that being said, we should just continue lower, and who knows how low can we go, but definitely expect dollar CHF to give a nice drop to the downside. All right, I'm bearish on that. All right, USD JPY, I already told you guys what it is. We are falling. All right, so right out the gate, I just expect it to tank. Simple as that. All right, bearish on UJ. All right, pound odd. All right, we're closing back in to this support area that we have from a higher time frame. Let's probably go the weekly. Okay, and you guys can see all in the past, this is a very key area, and now we're right back there, and we rejected it for the week. So you can look at this as a double bottom that was swept as a liquidity sweep here on Friday, and then on Friday exactly, we did not quite close back within the range of Thursday, so we might, you know, continue to go down a little bit more on pound odd. All right, but if we happen to close back within Thursday's range on Sunday, right, or Monday as a closed candle, then we can absolutely see a reversal on pound odd to the upside. But for now, it is still bearish. All right, bearish on pound odd. All right, pound CAD. Right, same kind of thing. So this was liquidity all here. It looks like we swept that, right, and we tapped into demand to the left, so we can easily just start to rise up out of here and go and breaking above the highs on pound CAD, and that'll be about 500 and some odd pips. But again, because it broke lower on Thursday, there's a possibility that maybe we go take out the swing point and then reverse. So it'll drop a little bit, maybe Sunday, Monday, and then if it does a sweep and closes back within, we can see it rise. So a little mixy just for now, but ultimately looks like we're having a bullish play being set up. Just needs to do a few things before it's ready. All right, bullish on pound CAD. All right, over to pound CHF, same kind of situation, guys. We swept this low, right, and we kind of closed back above, but we closed lower than Thursday. So we may go to take out the low of Friday before reversing back up. All right, so a lot of these pound pairs, again, they're setting up for potential buying opportunities, but we just need a little bit more price action to show us that the structure has changed from bearish to bullish, and then we'll hop in at the beginning of a potential reversal and make a lot of money. All right, a lot of pips. All right, so bullish on pound CHF. All right, over to pound JPY. I think you guys know where we're going with this, right? That is bearish. Right, so we broke the low, made the new low, retracement all the way back, and started to fall that Thursday and Friday. And now with the catalyst of what's going on in the world of politics and economics, right, we're going to see influx to the JPY, which is a safe haven asset, and a strengthening of that currency, which will cause the pound to drop because it is the stronger currency, and it's the pound is the base. So we'll see GJ just completely tank, guys. All right, and GJ can get 300 pips in a day. All right, and we can probably get over 1,000 pips over the week. All right, again, special situation lined up with a special setup. All right, that makes this such a good selling opportunity. All right, so don't miss out GJ for the drop. All right, pound New Zealand, again, respecting a bit of a support level. Would like to see price start breaking structure, and becoming bullish before we take a buy opportunity. So until then, pound New Zealand is still bearish. All right, moving over to silver. All right, the main event. Okay, this is the Tyson and Holyfield type of deal on our metals, right? So I'm expecting just a parabolic move up once the market opens on Sunday. I believe we'll probably have a gap in where price opens, and we'll just continue taking off from there. All right, so my team is aiming for that previous all-time high at $121, right, which again is just going to be insane whether you have a micro or a mini, or a standard lot on it. But having a standard will absolutely change your life overnight if you can swing that. All right, but without a shadow of a doubt, completely bullish. I told you guys last week I was bullish, and this was Monday. So Tuesday, consolidate, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, kaboom, right? Breaking highs, breaking above, all the highs of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and just closing higher. Now we have, this uncertainty in the economy with the talks of war that will, have investors and institutions flocking to this safe haven to store their money. All right, guys, so to the moon is where we're going to see silver and of course gold. All right, so I'm bullish on both. Just kind of goes without saying, birds of a feather do they thing together. All right, so look for gold to reach all-time highs at 5,600 once again, but I think we're going to get way past that, and we're probably going to get to 5,800. All right, it's my expectations, or my predictions rather, on gold. So get in where you fit in, because it will absolutely give you a win. All right, gold and silver, I'm bullish. All right, over to natural gas. Now, natural gas has a little bit more demand to try to tap into before it takes off, but it's not necessarily that needs to happen, right? We would like to see it happen, That way we can just get in from a lower price point and then take it for the ride up. But you can also take it now and just set your stop clean below that demand area so you can survive any more retracement or liquidity hunts before price reverses and starts to go up. All right, so again, be on the lookout for that with natural gas and you'll be just fine. But I'm completely bullish on natural gas as well. All right, over to oil. So you need the oil, all right, to do all the things you do when it's wartime. All right, so we broke above a high point, right, on Friday, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was all the retracement into our fair value gap that we see here. Again, sorry I put it out so far, guys, but yeah, the fair value gap, we retrace, tap right into it, and then close with a very convincing bullish body candle, right, breaking above every high from that day, from last week, and closing higher. So for oil, because of what's going on, I expect it to also gap up and have a parabolic move. All right, so when I look at it from the weekly, I can see oil getting back up to first stop is definitely going to be 78. All right, so we'll aim for that first from 67, right? So that's a 9-point move, right? A $9 move, but for every dollar you get 100 pips. So that's 900 pips. Now you do the math on whatever lot size you pick out, but I can tell you that either lot size is going to give you a nice return, because 78 is just that initial point. We can get way past that, right, and right back up at our all-time high of 120 something, right? So just, try to heed my word and take advantage of gold, silver, and oil as best you can this week. All right, guys, bullish on oil. All right, SPY. So SPY looks more it's tough. All right, it's because I see this trend line that has engineered liquidity, right? So I think we're going to get that drop first, right, because of all the war talk, right? And then after we get this drop, guys, it's either going to be here or possibly here where we may see the market rebound, because we know, once again, this isn't a real war, right? It's just a strategic play on resources. All right, guys, and for that matter, once they have been able to obtain the resource, the market will reflect that in terms of rebounding and becoming profitable once again, or bullish once again. All right, now again, as much as I can see this being the first thing that happens, I can also just see a potential push up as well, right? So maybe they'll fake us out, make it think everything's okay, and then it'll crash, right? Either way, I'm expecting more of a bearish move than I am bullish right now because of the economic turmoil. All right, guys, so mixed on SPY, but if I had to choose a side, I would say sell it. Okay, over to NAS, and again, it kind of has that same trend line on it, right, which is also like part of this rising wedge, okay, or channel, and that is a bearish reversal sign. All right, so yeah, we can get a little push up into this fair value gap, maybe try to go take out the weekly high and then drop. All right, but ultimately I see some sort of drop happening on these indices, not strictly from a technical standpoint, because technically it can go both ways, right? It can still just go up and down and up and down all throughout the wedge for some time. But because we have a new catalyst that happened over the weekend, right, coming into the market this weekend, once it opens, I don't see that being a good thing for the indices. So I believe we'll get the drops first, and then somewhere in the future we may have that buying opportunity where the stocks or these indices rebound. All right, but for now I am bearish on NAS. All right, last but not least, US 30, and you guys can see that after we consolidated for a long time here, we broke above it and started getting higher. So all of this that you see was the retracement to this initial move that caused price to go higher. So we could see a nice bullish push up from this demand level, but again, it's also sitting very close to breaking this low, which, because of the economic news, makes it more of a possibility. So it's going to be a tough call to really see how you want to go about US 30, because it really can go both ways more than NAS or SPY. They look more bearish, but US 30 looks more bullish than it does bearish. But again, it's just going to be wait to see how price plays out and then make your decision from there. But I don't really want to pick a side because again, this is very 50-50, but because it's at demand, guys, I'll say more bullish, probably a push up into this fair value gap, a little play, maybe tap into supply and then drop. All right, so that could be a possibility, but just overall it looks bullish at the moment. All right, guys, so remember, gold, silver, oil is all you need to succeed this week, and you definitely don't want to sleep on either one of those. All right, so make sure to take advantage. Again, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, get the whole family in, and let's begin. All right, forexwithbain.com, and y'all know what it is. It's your boy. I'm out. Peace.
Wanna get money? Wanna get paid? That's Forex. Like a sensei, then you know you gotta come and swing my way. And if you wanna fast forward, hit replay.